All right, welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be upgrading our i7-8700K to our Ryzen 9 5900X. So if you've been watching the channel, you probably know by now that I was recently able to acquire a Ryzen 9 5900X in the Facebook Marketplace. It was still brand new, sealed, paid $580, $600, don't remember which one I paid for, and it runs good. So we've done some testing on it. I've done some heavy stress tests on it, just doing some other videos, and this thing is running solid. So definitely happy with this. And now it's time to upgrade. So we want to find out if going from i7-8700K to a Ryzen 9 5900X, was it worth it? Did we waste the money? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be good. So let's kind of recap on this 8700K. So I got this thing about two and a half years ago, and I paid what, maybe $400 for it? Yeah, I think it was $400, or maybe it was closer to $500. I don't know. I'll put the price somewhere around here how much I paid for it. But either way, I had it. It was in a fractal case, and then we've done some upgrades since there. We went from a 1080 to a 2080, and then we upgraded this case to the NZXT H510i, which, by the way, goodbye CAM software, goodbye NZXT. Kind of done with it, and we'll talk about that later. Put in this massive Be Quiet cooler because we were getting good overclocks at 5.1 gigahertz, very stable. We have 16 gigs of DDR4 3200, which has been great. This is our Corsair RAM memory, so definitely enjoyed it. So it's overall been a very good computer. I've already done some initial bench testings of it to kind of see the performance before, and then we'll do the same thing with our Ryzen 9 so we can see the performance increase on it to see if this was definitely a good buy on it. So we'll show that at the end of the video. Only thing that I'm not too happy about is a certain company ran into an issue with the memory I ordered for it, and now I gotta wait 14 days. So yeah, that certain company, thank you so much for just wasting my time. Yeah, lovely. But anyways, yeah, that's where we're at with it. We're gonna be using this memory, but eventually I got some G-Skill Trident Z Neo, whatever it is, 3600 with cast latency 16. One of those early Black Friday specials, and we paid about $1.40 for it. But yeah, things happen in the mail, and the customer is held accountable. Great customer service from this company. And if you want to know the name of this company, shoot me a message, and I'll definitely put them down below. So yeah, definitely happy about that. So we're going to be going from this, and we're going to be moving to this case. It's a Thermaltake S100TG, doing a separate review on that. Definitely going smaller for the build. The area that I have this thing in, I want a smaller, cleaner build. I'm done with the whole RGB software lighting thing, everything. Just want a very clean, light build. We're going with these Thermaltake ring fans, and the RGB is controlled by a little controller over here, so that's definitely going to be a lot better, and I could put the controller. These fans are actually pretty decent. I've had them for a while sitting around, put them in another build because I bought another set. They work great. So that's going to be going for this build. This is our LED lighting strip that I'm going to do. And this one's also controlled by a remote and all that stuff. So no more RGB software. I'm just kind of done with that altogether. And I think that's pretty much everything we're going to use. For this case, we're going to be using these arrow slots to kind of cover the back plates for the PCI Express cards or whatever. So definitely going to go with that. I think it's just going to be a lot better than what they come with. And this is our build. So this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be swapping this over. We are going to be using our GTX 2080 still. It's a great card. I love this card. I've had it for a year and a half, and it's never let me down. And I would have loved to pair this up with a 3080, 3090, even a 3070, but just like the rest of the world, I can't find it. I was able to get lucky with this Ryzen 9 5900X, but not so much with this one. But it'll be okay. So let's go ahead. Let's swap all this stuff over. Let's do the montage of the build. We'll see how this build comes out. We'll do some performance testing from the Ryzen 9 5900. We'll do the comparison, and we'll talk about it afterwards. So let's get building. see our little friend down there, he's dancing and jumping for joy. Why? Because we just finished these benchmarks and all we gotta say is wow. Definitely wow. So let's talk about it. Our Ryzen 5900X. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera. So let's talk about it. Our Ryzen 5900X versus the i7-8700K. We took these two CPUs, kind of put them head to head in the same test manner to kind of compare and see how much of an improvement it is going from this the 8700K to the 5900X. And all I can say is, wow. So let's talk about the 8700K, 5900X, and our benchmarks and how we did this. And multi-core, this thing is a beast. I mean, you have more cores, more threads. That's obvious. So my encoding and my video editing definitely going a lot faster, a lot smoother. As far as my games, yes, we only had like, you know, maybe 10 to 15 frames per second increase, but the biggest thing I did notice was that the gameplay was smoother, less stutters, and we didn't really have any issues as far as like a lot of frame drops compared to my 8700K. Now my 8700K, and maybe I'll do an overclocking video later between these two, when clocked to 5 gigahertz, the frames did go up and they were comparable to the 5900X, but not by much. Maybe they were a couple of frames less, a couple of points less, but this definitely takes the cake as far as that. Our CPU load, like for example, Far Cry, 80 to 100% on the 8700K. Shadow the Tomb Raider, 70 to 80%. Now going to the 5900X, we went from 30 to 40% on Shadow the Tomb Raider, 35 to 45% on Far Cry. So definitely a huge difference in performance. I mean, this thing is awesome. Just to kind of give you a background, I've typically, most of my life, I've always been AMD, from the Thunderbird to the Durons to the Athon X, X2, whatever variants. And then my first Intel was the 4770K, and then I upgraded to the 6700K and the 8700K. Going from those Intels, from 47 to 67 to 87, yeah, there was an increase, increase significant enough to notice, but the biggest increase that I've had in upgrading a computer has been in this 5900X. I mean, this thing runs phenomenal. It's fast, it's smooth, it's stable, which is something I'm not used to having with a AMD CPU. And yeah, there's not much more I can say about that. So our 8700K to the 5900X, should you buy it? Absolutely, if you can find it. The price to performance is definitely there, and even AMD, Intel's top CPUs like the 10900K, you're gonna pay more when this one just has a better bang for the buck, in my opinion. So AMD definitely took the CPU and knocked it out the park with it. I'm definitely impressed, definitely happy with it, and I definitely think you should get this. If you're able to find it, get it. Don't pay the scalper prices. Don't enable these fools that are scalping. I mean, they're just taking advantage of people, in my opinion, but that's another story for there. So 5900X, awesome. Definitely a huge improvement. If you're running from a 3-year-old CPU going to this one, it's night and day performance. And I imagine if you're going from a 4770 to or a 6700, something that old, to this, I mean, it's just gonna blow you out the waters. And I definitely look forward to pairing this with a 3080, 3070, 3090, whatever I could get my hands on to really get a good gaming experience and enjoy it. So that's our review. I'm definitely happy with this rig, and it's gonna be my new daily driver, my new gaming editing PC. So yeah, definitely looking forward to the use that we're gonna put on this. So comment down below, let me know what you think. What do you think of the results, your experiences with it? If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not. Thanks for watching, and as always, we'll see what we come up with next.